This episode of the LCTV News is brought to you by Columbia Insurance Agency, serving the Lynn community for over 60 years with home, auto, and business insurance.
Hello, I'm Mukala Kabongo, and this is your LCTV news update for Friday, March 12th, 2021. Earlier this month, an announcement was made for Massachusetts school to return to in-person learning in phases. Beginning April 5th, hybrid and remote learning will no longer count towards meeting the required student learning for grades K through 5. For grades 6 for middle schoolers, the requirements will no longer count beginning April 28th. As for high schools, there will be an announcement at a later time about the details on in-person learning. For more details, we'll give you up-to-date details as we get them. All right, the Lynn Board of Health held their monthly meeting earlier this week where they updated the city on COVID cases. Here is more from this week's meeting.
COVID-19 cases have come down significantly. We had 11 today, and deaths have remained stable, so we really haven't had any of those. Testing still is ongoing in Lynn at Lynn Community Health Center and at the Project Beacon, which is down on the Lynnway. So they will still both be up and running until June 30th. The vaccine clinics, the Lynn Tech Clinic is up and running, and they have received all 3 vaccines. So they also have received the J&J, Johnson & Johnson, maybe yesterday. But we do have all 3 vaccines for those. We are working with Salem Hospital and a van. Last Friday, we went and vaccinated 22 homebound people. So we are working with Salem Hospital to try to go into, if people call and say, I can't get out, then we do take their name and number and we try to go and vaccinate them at home. We are also running our side clinic at Breed Middle School, where we are trying to do the senior housing aspects. And we are being very successful with those. Some of them we are able to do in their own residence, like the Leisure Towers, Silsby Street, Church Street we use with working with Lynn Housing Authority. So the clinics, we are booked up right now with clinics until the middle of April, which will be first and second doses.
To watch the full meeting, visit the LCTV website. Earlier today, a ceremony was held outside of City Hall for the raising of the Irish flag in preparation for the Irish Independence celebration. LCTV was on hand.
Glad to be here to celebrate Irish recognition, the Irish Heritage Month, and I'm happy to be here with the members of the Ancient Order of the Hibernian here in Lynn. Putting up the Irish flag here with St. Patrick's Day next week. Big part of our community, a celebration, and as we continue to celebrate these flag raisings here and how important it is for us as a community to understand that we're all in this together, and that's what this is all about. So as a member of the Hibernian myself, and I'm very proud to be here and have a chance to raise the Irish flag here at City Hall today.
Now for the sports update. High school soccer kicked off at Manning Field this week as Lynn Tech took the field to take on Northeast. After suffering a 5-1 loss in their season opening matchup, the Tigers bounced back with a 1-0 victory to move to 1-1 on the season. The lone goal for the Tigers came from freshman Greg Amisi. The Tigers are back on the field Monday as they travel to Neshoba. In girls soccer action, the Lady Tigers fell to 0-2 on the season after their 7-1 loss to Northeast. Tech hopes to get back in the winning column on Monday when they host Neshoba. Kip Academy also fell to 0-2 on the season after being shut out by Winthrop 7-0. 7 different Vikings scored in this matchup. Kip, as of now, will not see the field again until March 29th when they take on Lynn Tech. Today, both the Lynn English High boys and girls basketball programs will hit the court for the first time since last year. The Bulldogs, who this time last year were celebrating their second straight EMAS championship, will host Medford. This will be the first game for the Bulldogs as a member of the Greater Boston League. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. Before the defending champs take the court, the Lady Bulldogs will open their season as they also host Medford. After winning the Northeast Conference last season and making their second straight tournament appearance, the Lady Bulldogs bring in a young group to continue the winning ways. Tip-off is set for 4 p.m. Lynn Classical will also be in action today as they travel to Revere. Coach Marvin Avery will be making his coaching debut for the Rams. This will be his first time on the bench as a coach since his time at Lynn Tech. The Rams, who graduated 8 seniors last year, only have 2 seniors this season, but their core of young players will look to make an impact. Tip-off for this matchup is set for 6 p.m. The Lady Rams will also be in action today as they travel to Revere as well. Coach Tom Sawyer is excited for his players to get the opportunity to play this season, specifically his 3 seniors. Like Lynn English, this will also be the Rams' first game as members of the Greater Boston League. Tip-off is set for 4 p.m. St. Mary's football will kick off their season today against St. John's Prep. This comes after the Spartans' previously scheduled matchup with Bishop Fenwick was canceled due to COVID. St. John's Prep was in the same predicament after their season opening matchup with Malden Catholic was canceled due to COVID. Kip Academy will kick off their season today as they host Neshoba. The Panthers, who last season were 1 win away from a Super Bowl appearance, will look to make the most of this condensed season. Lynn Tech football also kicks off their season today as they hit the road to take on Cathedral. Kickoff is set for 5 p.m. Good luck to all the coaches and students. It was a Kyrie Irving show last night in Brooklyn as the former Celtic put up 40 points in a 121-109 victory over the Celtics. The Nets finished the game on a 13-3 run and have now won 11 out of their last 12 matchups. James Harden flirted with another triple-double with his 22 points, 8 assists, and 10 rebounds. For the Celtics, the lone bright spot was Jason Tatum, who had a team-high 31 points. As for Kemba Walker and Jaylen Brown, it was a night to forget as they combined to go 10 for 25 from the field and 4 of 19 from beyond the arc. The Green Team have 2 days off before they take on the Rockets this Sunday. The Boston Bruins ended their 2-game skid last night as they defeated the New York Rangers 4-0. David Pasternak got things going in the first period as he took an assist from Brad Marchand to score the first goal of the game. Later in the first, Marchand would add another assist to Patrice Bergeron to make it a 2-0 game. The Bees would get 2 more goals in the second period from David Krejci and Jake DeBrusk, and that would be all the Bruins would need in this matchup. Bruins goalie Jaroslav Halak had 27 saves on the night. The 2 teams face off again today. In NFL news, the New England Patriots will be bringing back Cam Newton for the 2021 season. As first reported by the Boston Globe, the deal is said to be a 1-year deal worth up to $14 million. On this week's Lynn Lowdown, we were joined by Samantha Gambiccini of Arts After Hours. Here is this week's Lowdown. Yeah, let's talk about this contest, the playwrights contest that is going on right now. Just give us a little background information about it.
Yeah, so we get, probably at least one a month of like just cold call submissions from people. In the past years that I've worked for the company, hey, I'm a playwright. Here's my play. I'm trying to get it off the ground. You want to produce it. But financially, to produce a play that no one knows by an upcoming playwright, it's a big risk for an organization. And I was really open about my focus being, we got to build ourselves some capital. We have exclusive rental of the Black Box Theater and the Lynn Arts building. That's a big chunk of change. We got to pay for the show rights that we do. There's a lot of financial components that just made us not really able to honor all of the creative minds that wanted to be a part of it in a playwriting capacity. So this idea has been kind of on the back burner for a while. Like, how do we give playwrights a voice in Arts After Hours? And a 10-minute play, that feels really achievable even to folks that maybe don't come from playwriting. Mm-hmm. So immediately we were like, this is a concept that could be open to a lot of people. We opened it to students ages 14 and older. So we were hoping that some of the high schoolers would want to get involved and just submit and say, here's my work, I'm putting it out there. And so we're taking any submissions we can, ages 14 and older. They are due on by midnight on the 15th. So mm-hmm. There's still a bit of time. It's only 10 minutes, right? It's like approximately 10 pages. I feel like you could get a good scope of writing out in a couple days.
Definitely.
And so we're hoping to get as many people involved as we want, because that's a lot of our introspective work has been, we want more Lynn people involved in the creativity that we bring to downtown.
To watch the full interview, visit the LCTV website. LCTV is inviting poets to submit videos for LCTV's second Poetry Jam in April. All of March, we will be accepting video submissions, which will be used for our National Poetry Month Poetry Jam. Those who are interested should email their videos to mkabongo@lyntv.org. Thank you for watching the LCTV News Update. Make sure to subscribe to the LCTV website as well as the LCTV YouTube channel. And also check out the LCTV Facebook page. Also visit the LCTV website to watch any show at any time on your computer, phone, or tablet. I'm Mukala Kabongo. Have a great day.